Hello everyone, how are we all today? It's a Friday, it's a weekend, and that means a wild camp. And with Rambin Rachel UK, and we've come out to these lovely woodlands somewhere in Northamptonshire, and we're going to have another winter camp. Now it's the beginning of February. Now it's not so cold today, it is quite mild, so we probably won't see any frosts or anything. But saying that, it is quite wet, as you can probably tell from my rucksack cover. So we are expecting quite a bit of rain, but hopefully none overnight, but then that doesn't normally stop it, does it? So we're just going to go and find a suitable pitch and speak later. These woods are supposedly haunted by the ghost of a female rider. 200 years ago, a well-to-do couple, Mr and Mrs Fitzgerald, lived in the village below these woods, but sadly their marriage was not a happy one. Mrs Fitzgerald took a lover who lived in a neighbouring village and would ride out to meet him on her magnificent white horse. However, her husband found out and became consumed by a jealous rage. One day she returned from her illicit rendezvous to find him waiting for her in the servants' quarter with a gun. Before she had a chance to cry out or run, he shot and killed her. Fitzgerald then dragged her body into the woods under the cover of darkness, aided by his gameskeeper. They buried her amongst a plantation of trees. Fitzgerald emigrated to Canada to escape justice for his crimes, but Mrs Fitzgerald's restless spirit is said to still wander these woods. Some say she can be seen riding her white horse through the trees on her way to meet her long-dead lover. Would we see her tonight? After a short walk, we reached the spot where we planned to pitch. Right, there we are, we're pitched up. There's a reason I don't show you me pitching up with this, because I'm not very good at it. So it'd be more of a comedy video than anything. But we've on a hill. There's a lovely view. It is a nice view actually, it's still dry. There's Rachel's tent. What tent have you got today, Rachel?
Lunar Solo.
Lunar Solo.
Single skin tent made by Six Moons Design. Fancy something different today.
Good stuff, yeah, it's good to try something different. I haven't, because I've only got 2 tents, and one's for backpacking and one's for campsites, but yeah, it should be a good night. Right, set up inside the tent now, and what I've got today is I've got my Cedar Summit ultralight sleeping mat. I've got the Z-Lite thermarest underneath it because it's really light, it folds up quite compact, so having the 2 sleeping pads is just a real game changer for me. It really is a lot more comfy. My sleeping bag is an old Windsor, an old 4-season one. It's massive, it's heavy, but it's quite warm, and I've also got a liner, a wrap silk liner here, an inflatable pillow as well, so it's not going to get too cold today, I don't think. Probably about 6 degrees, which is positively balmy than what we had last time, because it was -3 then, and hopefully the rain will stay away. We're going to get some tea on in a bit. I must admit, I'm not cooking the tea. Rachel's going to cook the tea on her brand new Trangia, which I'm sure she'll feature in her video. Looking forward to seeing it in action. So see you shortly. Very slight bit of sunset over there, only very slight. Don't know if you can see me, I'm in the tent because it just started to rain, so I had to shut up the tents for a minute. So hopefully, I think it's about blown over now, I can't hear it anymore. We'll probably just keep getting a few showers, but hopefully nothing too much. It is forecast to die out, be a nice day tomorrow. So I might actually just make a brew. That's the only thing about a winter camp. And the summer camp, if it's nice, you can just sit out into the evening and just have a beer, just chill. It won't get dark till about 10 o'clock. It's quite warm. In the winter it gets dark about 5. You're hunkered down because the weather's often quite rubbish, and so it can be a long evening and a long night. So that's when you need your phone with you, perhaps just a battery pack so you can watch some videos, read some books, surf the net if you've got a signal or whatever. So yeah, I suppose it's different challenges of a winter camp and a summer camp, but it's good to have experience of them all really, all the seasons. Look at that, jet bill time, gonna have a brew. Just having a brew. It's quite dark outside now. It's about 6 o'clock, I think. Going to put tea on in a bit. Just making sure it's really stopped raining.
And I have my tiny spatula.
Rachel's put her trangia. Look at that, a proper trangia cooking set. And she's really kindly cooking us up some vegan burgers and onions and bread rolls there. And that's going to be yummy.
I hope so.
It will be, it'll be great. This is lovely. Really delicious camp meal. Right, all sorted now I think. In the sleeping bag, I'm in my thermal nightwear. Everything's just about tidy. It's only about 9:30. Was at what they call hiker midnight. So it's pretty quiet outside, not too windy, not raining. I can hear a plane going over. It just seems like the whole of England is under one big gigantic flight path. So yeah, she'll be going down to sleep shortly. And so yeah, hopefully I get some sleep, because you never sleep the same camping, do you? You never really do, unless you're really tired. So here's hoping I will get some sleep, and see you in the morning. Night everyone. I could hear ghostly screams in the night. Sadly, it wasn't the restless spirit of Mrs Fitzgerald, it was just some fornicating foxes. Morning everyone. It's about 6 o'clock. That's quite a good night's sleep for me. I think I got to sleep about 10 and I woke up about 3:30 and then dozed off a bit after that, which is actually pretty good for me. I don't normally sleep that well. It's been actually quite a warm night. I have actually not been cold at all. It's been really nice. I've got 3 layers on though, so it's hardly surprising, but last time I was pretty cold, so this time it's a lot better. Looks like there's a little bit of condensation on the tent, but it's not too bad at all. It's not making anything wet. It's been pretty dry in the night and pretty still as well. In fact, it's been quite a mild night for camping. I've not felt particularly challenged by the cold, so I'm going to get a brew on now and just slowly come round. There's a little bit of traffic noise from the road below. There was some kind of an owl hooting a little while ago, and all good.
Oh, Jackie didn't go on last night.
Didn't it? Mine did.
Ooh, that's gone wonky.
It's quite, looks like it's quite cloudy. There are no stars around, but like I say, it's not too cold at all. There's Rachel. Morning, Rachel.
Morning!
Have a good night's sleep.
I did, thank you. Much better with this sleeping pad than my other one.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it does make a difference.
Definitely. Much more comfortable being on a rectangular bag rather than a mummy-shaped bag.
Mine's a mummy pad, and yeah, your arms are sometimes sliding off there. But yeah, so we're going to get the kettle on and have ourselves a brew. Essential start to my daily routine, the cuppa. I truly believe I could not function without a coffee. The only thing about the lamb shad is, although it's got the tie backs there, the inner mesh, they seem to be in the wrong place. They don't seem to be high enough, so it's still flopping in my face. So I think maybe a couple of pegs might help, just to tie it back a bit more. Might try that next time. Oop, kettle's boiling. Now I've got to shove this beastie beer off of the sleeping bag back into my rucksack there, and it's going to take up most of the room, so then I'm going to have to cram everything else in around it. As you can see, it's turned quite misty now. We can't actually see the view from the hill anymore, but this is where we pitched last night. That's where I pitched. Just see a bit of flattened grass there that will soon spring back, and that's where Rachel pitched. Again, just slightly flattened grass, nothing else. So we're just about good to go. I think we're going to head down to a village and get some breakfast. I think the sun's going to break through and it's going to be a nice day. So remember, leave no trace. And in the spirit of leaving things better than we found it, there were 3 empty beer cans around this log, so we've packed them up and we're taking them out. They weren't ours, by the way, they were already here. Just to clarify. Wouldn't have wanted to be under that when it came down. Look at that. There's Mount Doom over there. Looks very otherworldly at the minute. It's very beautiful. A lot of trees down though. Wouldn't recommend pitching up right under one, which we didn't. We're in open space, no trees over us whatsoever. Right, we've had a bit of a mishap. We're just coming down this steep slope. We both slipped, but I was the one that actually went down on my bum. So I don't think it's a pretty sight. So I'm just going to be covered in mud all day now.
I can't breathe.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, you don't do things by halves, do you?
So I don't fall over by halves, that's for sure. There we are, we're coming to Fawsley Church. So we're going to have a stop in there, have a brew, just have a bit of a rest. And plonk my muddy self down somewhere. Can't believe I fell over. Well, I can actually, I'm always doing that. Every time I go out for a walk I'm falling over. So clumsy. The church is locked, so we've found a nice stone porch with some benches, so we're going to boil up some water and have a cuppa. But this is part of the Fawsley estate. You can see an ornamental lake down there. Still misty, but it's quite atmospheric. Just in the stone porch of the church, just having a bit of breakfast and a cuppa. We're going to have a little walk today. Don't think we're going too far, just round to some villages and back, just to get the experience of wearing the big heavy pack. It's quite a mild morning, hear the birds singing, and yeah, it's still a bit misty, but it is going. I'm still confident the sun will come out, so we should have ourselves a good little walk. So see you later. Rachel boiled up the water for our coffees on a trangia. Something very comforting about fire, isn't there? I feel warm just looking at it. Look at that. There's an impressive little waterfall over there. Don't know if it was built for the house because the hall's just down the road, but it's quite pretty. We climbed back up the hill into Badby Woods. As we walked, we could see the sad remains of the old Fawsley dower house. It was built in 1542 for the Lady Ursula, widow of Sir Edmund Knightley, a knight of King Henry VIII. It is believed to have been one of the first Tudor red brick buildings constructed in the UK, but was sadly abandoned in the 18th century and fell into ruin. Work has been done in recent years to preserve it, so hopefully this magnificent old ruin will still be standing for years to come.
That's it. Nice and steady. Well done. Almost there. A few more steps and you're done. Give us a big smile. Ta-da! Well done. Again.
What?
Show us your booty.
Oh, I was doing that.
Show us your booty.
Here we are back in Badby, where we've left the car. Good walk through Badby Woods. It's been a good day, a good camp and a good day. Right, back home now, back in the car. We've finished off our walk with a pub lunch, which was really nice. Unfortunately, everything I own has got really muddy, so I've got some serious kit cleaning to do now. And so I'm going to do that and then jump in the bath for a soak, because look at my hands, they are filthy still. I have washed them, but they're still filthy. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and no doubt there'll be more camping adventures soon. So take care everyone, and I will see you again soon.